feeling spring-like. Another warm down tap.
It's going to be really warm, even warmer than yesterday. Overall, I think it's a great looking forecast.
Okay.
We do have some changes on the way, though. I know a lot of people are thinking about Easter weekend. You want to know what's going on exactly. If you have an Easter egg hunt you want to go to, maybe you have a family brunch and you're wondering whether or not you can sit outside. Maybe you're heading off to church. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's just start with what's going on right now. It's 64 degrees. It's very mild outside. We're seeing partly sunny skies currently. I noticed this morning there was a little bit of moisture in the air, a little bit of humidity. Now, I'm not talking about your summertime humidity. We're not going that far. But we are starting to see our air mass kind of change from really, really dry to a little bit of moisture added into the atmosphere, which is going to be helpful when it comes to our overall rain chances over the next several days. No rain chances really today. We're going to stay dry here in the Queen City. Temperatures, again, already warming nicely into the low to mid 60s for many of us. 64 degrees up there in Morganton and 54 as we're looking towards Boone. So comfortable for that morning walk, a little sunshine to help wake you up this morning if you're just starting your day, turning on the stream. Now let's talk about today, the first day of April. I think it's going to be a great month. I mean, we experienced such warm weather when it came to March and it was very dry, and now we're going to start to see a little bit of a change in our weather pattern, going from really dry and kind of hot to now more mild and potentially more opportunities for rain showers. Today, though, here's a look at the rest of our Wednesday. We'll see some sunshine in the morning. I think a little bit more cloud coverage as we head towards the later half of the day. Today's high, 84 degrees. That actually feels like June 1st instead of April 1st. So if you like the warm weather, soak it up, because we will have more seasonal conditions arriving again by next week. I noticed a little bit of that moisture in the air. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but you just have to pay attention to it. It's going to feel a little bit more sticky come Friday, and Friday is going to be our next best opportunity to see some rain showers. We're really watching Friday specifically and Sunday specifically. We'll notice that, and we'll also kind of fine-tune that coming up in just a few minutes, but I want to focus in on the temperatures still. We're going to top off at 70 degrees this afternoon in Banner Elk, so even really beautiful and comfortable up there in the mountains. 73 as we're looking towards Fleetwood. As we head just a bit south across the foothills, a beautiful day there in Morganton, mid 80s, going to be a warm one. 84 in Taylorsville. If you have any outdoor animals, make sure they're all prepared for the warmth. Lots of fresh, clean water and plenty of shade as well. And if you work outside in the elements, make sure you're dressed accordingly with light layers. I mean, it's going to feel very warm. Like I mentioned, more June-like than it is April-like. 84 degrees this afternoon with sunny skies there in Chester and 85 there in Lancaster. So overall, a gorgeous Wednesday, especially for those of you who love very warm and sunny conditions. Overnight lows tonight, we're not cooling down a whole lot, because really the big story right now is those very warm temperatures. We have warm weather today, mild conditions overnight, and then tomorrow morning it's going to stay nice and mild before we warm things up again. There's a look at our daytime highs tomorrow. So pretty similar as to what we're going to see today. So plan for 2 back-to-back warm days into the 80s. Again, 84 degrees today. 83 by tomorrow. If you want to fire up the barbecue, have some dinner outside, tonight would be the night to do it, or tomorrow, or maybe you like to just take a walk outside, especially later on in the evening. The next 2 nights are going to be perfect. Now look at Friday. 77 is where we'll top off. Friday we'll start to see some changes, a little more cloud coverage and some rain and potentially isolated storm chances. We don't have any severe weather threats at this time, and I don't think we actually will. We need the rain, but unfortunately it's a little inconvenient for that much needed rain as we're heading towards a weekend, just because it is our holiday weekend. 81 on Saturday. I know Saturday is the day that I'm getting out. I'm going to soak it up. I'm going to do something fun outside because it's going to be nice. 81 degrees, sunny skies, should be great. Small chance for a couple of pop-up showers, but besides that, no big deal. Now Sunday, for Easter Sunday, our high temperature will still be into the mid 70s. So Easter Sunday will start out into the mid 60s. We'll climb into the mid 70s. So warm temperatures overall, but we do have wet weather ahead. But at least it's not that cold, miserable rain. We got to get through that rain. Next week, notice how those temperatures, they start to drop back down into the 60s, which is a little closer to where we actually should be for this time of the year. Rain chances over the next 10 days, really starting to look fine. An isolated shower possible today. Friday, though, we'll be watching for more scattered shower activity. And then Sunday, notice we have a 70% chance. So Sunday's the day that we're watching. Monday and Tuesday were dry, and then next week some more rain chances. Futurecast, let's get straight to it. Here's 5 o'clock tonight. Again, should be really beautiful. You see those little speckles of green right there? That's where we could see a random shower pop up, but for the most part, it's hardly anything. Many of us won't see any rain today. Here's Thursday morning, waking up, heading out the door. Remember, we're waking up into the 60s, so no need for a heavy jacket for your morning run. And then by 5 o'clock on Thursday, the time you're maybe driving home from work or picking up kids after school or after their after school activities, it's still going to be really nice for Thursday. I'm not really too concerned about Thursday at all. Once we head towards Friday morning is going to feel a little bit different. We'll have cloud coverage. You can see all the clouds indicated in white there, a little bit more green popping up, pausing time at about 5 o'clock in the evening on Friday. Could even see an isolated pop-up shower. So if you have plans on Friday, I would not do them if they're outside. I would just be aware that the chances for light scattered rain will be there, about a 40% chance, and also an isolated storm or two. Not severe though. As we're looking towards Friday, there's that drop off, 77 for our high, still above our normal. And then Saturday's the good day to get outside, soak it up this weekend, 81 degrees. Notice Sunday, Easter Sunday, a cloudy day, mid 70s. But rain showers going to continue to persist across the Carolinas. Now, here's one of the models that we're looking at specifically. I'll tell you what, not all models are agreeing, but this one is bringing in new data this morning. 8 o'clock Sunday morning, this specific model showing that front is to the west of us. In my opinion, this would be best case scenario because 8 o'clock, you're heading out to church, you're going to brunch, maybe you're spending Easter at the golf course, whatever it may be. Seems like the first half of our morning on Easter Sunday seems dry. But then as we head into the later half of the afternoon and evening, seems like that rain really starts to kick in. And this is not just showing some scattered rain. This is seeming like it could be more widespread rain. This is what we've been telling you guys. We need a good soaking. We need several hours of persistent rain. So now we're just focusing on the timing, which model is actually aligning with what will happen. This is also indicating that by the time we're waking up on Monday, that system is off to the east of us. So best case scenario, it'll hold off a little bit longer, letting us enjoy our Easter Sunday morning and then rain showers kind of to wrap up our weekend. You can see anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch for most of us. Some areas getting a little bit more than that, which would be great. Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast looks like this. It's going to be beautiful as we're heading into the next few days. Little cloud coverage here and there. Shouldn't be any huge problem. 77 for our high on Friday. Isolated storm will be possible. Saturday is the day to soak up the nice weekend weather. Sunday, a little iffy with the rain, but again, I think there will be at least some time frame, whether it's in the early half of the day or into the afternoon where it will be dry for an Easter egg hunt. And then next week, 60s. Again, our average high this time of the year is 69, so we'll see temperatures drop just below that as we're heading towards Tuesday.
That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
I like it.
Not too bad. Look, I like the Easter eggs on the on Sunday. Is that cute?
That's so cute.
Very nice.
Any Easter egg hunts for anybody?
No, not me. I used to love them though when I was
used
younger.
to love a good
They
Easter
were
egg
so
hunt
fun.
too.
Yeah. Did you do the real eggs or the plastic eggs?
The plastic.
Okay, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
We were
Yeah.
talking about that today on the morning show, and some
people hid real eggs?
it's a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
I mean, if it's a small one, but in Florida in April, it's humid.
That's what I was like.
Ugh.
I never in Charleston.
We are not
going to
have real eggs
we had
out on the lawn.
plastic eggs.
With the little treats inside.
Yes.
One of my eggs always had. My dad would put a 20 in it.
Ooh.
I never got that. I never got that.
Oh,
20.
really?
That's
My
so
brother
fun.
Your brother?
always got it.
Do you think he planted it that way? Said,
I think because he always put it in more clever spot. And Ryan is 6 years older than me, so of course
So
he was going
Ryan's
to
gonna
find
get
it.
smart.
So it wasn't even fair.
So it wasn't fair. It was stacked against me.
We had an Easter egg hunt with all my cousins. My grandma would do it for us, and they were plastic eggs, but in
Yeah.
each one there would be money, but it'd be like a quarter, 50
Same.
cents,
Oh,
$1,
nice.
$5, 10. So it would go
Wow.
up, but there'd only be maybe like two $20 bills. But then there would be a golden egg where it had maybe like a $50 bill build. But we
Wow.
had it, and it was so much fun. So we all look
Yeah.
forward to it. Be like, okay,
Oh,
on your
sure.
marks, get set, go. And it was
I would
competitive.
go as an adult.
So
Honestly,
I'd be like,
My
move over,
my
Ryan.
grandma would say, her kids were not allowed to do it. This was only for the grandbabies.
Okay,
Even
that's
though
good.
the grandbabies don't get to do it anymore. She retired that. But it's
Yeah.
still one of those childhood
Oh my
things that you
gosh,
always
Well,
remember.
about.
grandmother put all her money out on the eggs. She's like, I've run out.
I'm
I'm out.
out.
Now we're adults. She's like, it's over.
It's over.
Oh, well, that sounds like good fun.
Yeah.
Those memories. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Majestic.